Do you know the cheapest room at this hotel cost about 50,000 rupees a night? But let me ask you, do you really think people are paying that much just for a bed and a view? What if I told you that in some luxury hotels, the room price goes as high as 5 lakh rupees, 500,000 rupees? Why do dinner at some five-star hotel cost as much as a small vacation? What exactly is happening in those kitchens? And think about the room itself. Why do you think someone is paying that high amount to stay just for a night? Is it just the bed? Or could it be something you can't even imagine? And tell me this, how safe do you think luxury hotels are? As all celebrities, VIPs, business head prefer to stay there. And when you see names like Ritz Carlton, the Oberoi's, the Taj, Conrad, or the Leela, what really comes to your mind? I'm hotelier myself, and in this video, I'm going to uncover the hidden cost, the invisible luxuries, and the secret behind these five-star words. Stay with me because once you know the truth, you will never look at the luxury hotel the same way again. The real luxury lies in people. In fact, in a true luxury hotel, there are often more staff members taking care of you than there are guests staying in the hotel. Every single detail is orchestrated by a human touch. Every single smile that greets you, every fresh towel placed at just the right time, every flower arrangements that seems too perfect to be random. It all comes from the team trained not just to respond to your needs but to anticipate them, sometime even before you have thought of them yourself. Let me share you a story how it all happens. We once had a guest who loved mangoes. Now, this wasn't written in any preference sheet, nor did he make a special request. But on the very first day, one of our servers noticed the joy on his face when he was served mangoes. That evening, the team quietly took a note, and from the very next morning, every single day, at his breakfast table, he would find a perfectly sliced mango waiting for him, without ever having to ask again. That's not just service, that's memory making. That's crafting an experience so personal, so thoughtful, that it stays with the guest for life. But here's the truth, the level of attentiveness, that invisible army working behind the scene, it takes manpower, and that manpower comes at a cost. That is why true luxury is never cheap, because it's not just about building and beds, it's about people, it's about passion, and more than that, it's about perfection. Now, most people think food in a hotel is just part of stay. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Simple, right? But in a true luxury hotel, food is not just food, it's a show. Behind those kitchen doors, there are Michelin starred, master chef, artisans of taste. Bread is not delivered in a packet, it is baked fresh every morning. Seafood isn't just brought locally, it's flown in sometime overnight from the markets of Japan. The chocolate, often handcrafted by master chef who see chocolate not as a candy but as an art form. And here's the beauty of luxury, it bends for the guest. I have seen dinner order sometime that wasn't even on the menu. A childhood dish, a craving, a memory. And within hours, the chef didn't just cook it. He sourced the rare ingredients, sometime from a completely different city, just to recreate that single plate for that single person. Because in luxury hotels, food is not just about eating, it is a performance. The kitchen is a stage, the chef are the performers, and every dish is carefully choreographed. From the opening amuse-bouche to grand finale dessert, every course is a scene, designed to surprise, to delight, and to stay in memory long after the meal is over. That's the difference. In ordinary dining, you satisfy hunger. In luxury dining, you create stories. Stories that guests will tell at dinner tables for years to come. So, next time you sit down in a luxury hotel restaurant, don't just think of it as dinner. Watch closely because what's unfolding in front of you is nothing short of a theater. The moment you step into a luxury hotel room, you're not just entering a space, you are stepping into design psychology. Every single element has been curated, studied, and refined with one goal to make you feel instantly at ease. The bed, it's not just a bed, it's dressed in linen with 500 plus thread count, softer than most people ever experience at home. The curtains, they don't just close, they glide silently, shutting out the world so you can rest without a single disturbance. The climate system already set to perfect temperature before you even walk in. And then the details, hand-picked art piece, carefully placed not to overwhelm but to calm. Lighting designed to flatter the room and you. And yes, even the fragrance. Did you know luxury hotels often have a fragrance budget? Because that subtle scent, the one you can't quite describe but will always remember, that too is part of experience. Of course, for some, it goes beyond comfort. Suites with private plunge pool, in-room sauna, balconies that open up to view people spend their whole life dreaming about. These aren't just rooms, they are sanctuaries, world within walls. Because in luxury, a room is never just a place to sleep. It is a stage where comfort, design, and psychology come together to create a feeling. A feeling that stays with you long after checkout. That is true secret of luxury room. It doesn't just house you, it embraces you. When we think of luxury hotels, most people imagine grand lobbies, fine dining, and beautiful rooms. But true luxury often hides in the detail you did not even know exist. Imagine swimming in an Olympic style pool where even the underwater sound system plays music so you never lose the rhythm, even below the surface, or walking into your suite and finding a pillow menu. Yes, 10 or more different types of pillow to choose from because in luxury, even your sleep has to be personalized. Step into the spa and it is not just any massage. The oil may have came from Morocco, the scrub from the Dead Sea, the techniques passed down through centuries, and when the property is spread across acres, you won't be asked to walk everywhere. A private golf cart waiting just for you ferries you seamlessly from one corner of the paradise to another. Now, here's the thing. These facilities aren't just to impress. They aren't just to show. They are designed for one singular purpose, to make the guest feel limitless, to make you believe, even for a few days, that nothing is impossible, that every desire can be fulfilled, that every detail has been thought of before you even realize you want it. That is the silent luxury most people never see, but always feel, which makes it expensive. Safety. Here's something most guests never think about when they check into a luxury hotel. It is invisible, it is silent, and yet it is everywhere. Behind the scene, 24 by 7 surveillance ensure that every corner of the property is secure. Staff don't just walk in and out. All luxury hotels use biometric access system, so only the right people enter the right spaces. And then there is in-house doctor on call, ready for any emergency. VIP guests, they may have dedicated security escort. Sometimes even entire floor is reserved exclusively for them, sealed off, guarded, discreetly managed, so privacy and safety are never compromised. Most guests will never see this shield. They will never know the hours of planning, the drills, the coordination between staff and the local authorities, and that's exactly the point. True luxury safety is invisible. It doesn't intrude, it doesn't show off. but it works quietly in the background so the guest can feel completely at ease. And here's the truth, this invisible layer of protection is a huge part of the price tag. Guests may never use it, may never notice it, but they are willing to pay for it because peace of mind in the end is the greatest luxury. When you hear a name like the Ritz Carlton, the Taj, JW Marriott, Conrad, the Royce, the Leela, or Raffles, something happens instantly. You already have expectations. Expectation of elegance, of perfection, of a certain kind of luxury. But here is the truth. Meeting those expectations is no accident. It takes immense work behind the scene. Luxury brands have some of the strictest standard operating procedure in the world. They undergo global audits, compliance check, and yes, they even hire mystery inspector. These inspectors walk in as a regular guest and evaluate everything. From the arrival experience to the crispness of the sheets, from the shine on the cutlery to the fluff of the pillow, nothing is left to chance because in luxury hospitality, consistency is the ultimate promise. The guest who stays at the Ritz-Carlton in Tokyo expect the same standard when they walk in into Ritz-Carlton in New York. A Leela in Udaipur must deliver the same magic as the Leela in Delhi. And that's exactly what you are paying for when you book a stay at a true 5-star luxury hotel. You're not just paying for a room or a bed or a view. You are paying for a promise. The promise that no matter where you are in the world, the feeling of luxury will always be the same. That's the power of the name. That's the cost of consistency. Many luxury hotels are not just places to stay, they are stages for some of the life's biggest moments. Royal wedding, global summits, film festival, these aren't just events. They are milestone in history, and luxury hotels are chosen to host them for one simple reason, flawless execution. When a head of state addresses the world, when a bride walks down the aisle, when celebrities gather under one roof, nothing can go wrong. And the resources poured into these events are extraordinary. Upgraded decor, enhanced menus, special security, customized service, every detail elevated to match the occasion. I have seen weddings where flowers were flown in from 3 different cities, sometimes even different countries, just to match the bride's exact vision. Entire kitchen redesigned for a single banquet, stage built overnight, ballroom transformed in hours. It is a theater at the highest level, and the guest, when whether attending the event or simply staying in hotel, gets the experience, the magic. So yes, luxury hotels are expensive, but remember, you're not just paying for a room. You are stepping into a place that have been trusted to host the world's biggest moment, and the grandeur, the precision became part of your stay too. Land beneath the hotel is one of the reasons why luxury 5-star hotels are so expensive. Prime real estate is the heartbeat of luxury hospitality. Beachfront in Goa, palaces ground in Rajasthan, rooftop overlooking the New York skyline. These aren't just expensive address, they are impossible to get. Sometimes the land alone is worth more than an entire budget hotel chain. And here's an insider truth. You're not just paying for the building, you are paying for the location story. Guests love to say, I stayed at the hotel right on the lake, or my balcony faced the Taj Mahal. That story is part of the price. Step inside and you will notice something luxury hotels are built to be. Landmark. From Italian marble thrown across continents to hand-carved jali screens made by artists who took months to finish one panel. Every detail is intentional. I have worked in hotels where chandelier cost more than some people's home, not because we are buying expensive for fun, but because these details are moment to inspire and wow. The moments you step inside, that wow is part of what you are paying for. Finally, the value you can't measure. Privacy, exclusivity, being called by your name without ever introducing yourself, feeling like the world has paused just for you. At the heart of luxury is one simple truth: guests don't just want to stay, they want to feel. And crafting that feeling is what you are really paying for. So, next time you hear someone say it's just a bed for the night, you can smile because now you know the truth. Luxury hotels are a universe of detail, dedication, and hidden artistry. And as a hotelier, I can tell you that artistry comes at a cost. If you want more stories from behind the lobby doors, subscribe. The next secret might just change how you travel forever.